Where are you, right now, as you're watching this? Who is it that's listening to these words? You might point to your head, but that's not an answer. Where inside that 3-pound lump of flesh does the feeling of being you actually live? For all of our incredible scientific progress, the physical location of your consciousness, your inner self, remains one of the greatest, most haunting mysteries of all time. For decades, two giant theories have been at war over the answer. One side has passionately argued that your awareness lives in the front of your brain. The other has insisted it's in the back. It's a debate that has raged for years. But now, a team of pioneering scientists decided to end the war. They staged an epic showdown, forcing the two rival theories into a direct confrontation to finally discover where the ghost in the machine truly resides. For years, the battle for your mind has been fought between two warring kings, each with a completely different idea of how you become aware of the world. In one corner, we have what you could call the spotlight theory. This idea, formerly known as the global neural workspace theory, proposes that the front of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, acts like a powerful, sweeping spotlight. At any given moment, your brain is flooded with a torrent of information, but you're only aware of one thing at a time. This theory claims that the front of your brain shines a spotlight on that one crucial piece of information, grabs it, and then broadcasts it to the rest of your brain, making it conscious. Your awareness, in this view, is whatever is currently in that spotlight. In the other corner is a very different and perhaps more mysterious idea, the movie screen theory, known officially as integrated information theory. It argues that consciousness isn't a spotlight. It's a rich, seamless, high-definition movie. This theory suggests that your true conscious experience lives in the back of your brain in an area called the posterior cortex. This is where all your sensory information, sight, sound, touch comes together and is woven into a single, unified, and incredibly detailed experience. According to this view, the back of your brain is the grand canvas where the movie of your reality is playing out, second by second. For years, scientists have fiercely debated which of these ideas is correct. So, one of the world's leading neuroscientists, Dr. Christof Koch, decided it was time to stop arguing and start testing. It was time to force these two rival kings into a scientific cage match. What came next was something rarely seen in the world of science, an adversarial collaboration. This wasn't just another study, it was a duel. Koch brought together the leading proponents from both camps, the spotlight team and the movie screen team, and forced them to work together. These were scientists who had spent their careers arguing that the other side was wrong. Now, they had to agree on the design of a single, definitive experiment, an experiment so robust that the results would be undeniable, no matter what they were. This method was designed to eliminate all scientific bias because both sides had to sign off on the rules of the fight before it began. It was a high-stakes gamble to finally settle the biggest question in neuroscience. When you become aware of something, where does the light of consciousness actually turn on? To find the answer, the team assembled a powerful arsenal of high-tech tools to peer directly inside the brains of hundreds of volunteers. The experiment was elegant in its simplicity. They would show people a series of images, things like faces or letters, and track their brain's activity in real time. They used EEG and magnetoencephalograph to capture the brain's electrical signals with millisecond precision. They used fMRI to see which areas were demanding more oxygenated blood, a key sign of neural activity. And in an incredibly rare move, they even got direct recordings from the brains of epilepsy patients who already had electrodes implanted for medical reasons. This gave them an unprecedented, direct look at the raw signals of conscious thought. With the stage set and their brain-reading machines humming, they were ready to watch the brain in action and finally see the truth. The results, when they came in, were a bombshell. It wasn't a clean victory for either side. The answer was far stranger, more complex, and more beautiful than almost anyone had predicted. First, they looked at the back of the brain, the supposed movie screen, and what they found was stunning. This area lit up with rich, sustained, and incredibly detailed information. It didn't just know it was looking at a face. It knew which way the face was turned, its specific features, its identity. It held the full, high-definition experience just as the movie screen theory predicted. This seemed like a massive victory for the idea that consciousness lives in the back, but then they looked at the front. According to the spotlight theory, this area should have lit up and stayed lit, broadcasting the conscious information. It didn't. The front of the brain only showed a brief, fleeting flicker of activity. And more importantly, it seemed to only register the general category, that's a face, before moving on. It didn't hold on to the rich, detailed experience. The spotlight, it turned out, was more like a quick flashbulb. The result sent shockwaves through the field. But the implications went far beyond a theoretical debate. They went straight to the heart of a tragic medical mystery. For families of patients in comas or so-called vegetative states, the deepest, most agonizing question is anyone still in there? The terrifying reality is that some of these individuals are suffering from what is known as covert consciousness. They are fully aware, able to hear and understand, but are completely paralyzed, unable to move a muscle to signal that they're still there. They are silent watchers, trapped inside their own minds. This condition is notoriously difficult to diagnose, and reports suggest that up to a quarter of unresponsive patients may actually be conscious. This is where the study's findings become profoundly important. For years, some doctors may have been looking for signs of awareness in the front of the brain, the area responsible for action and response. But if the experience of consciousness truly lives in the back of the brain, they may have been looking in the wrong place. This new understanding could revolutionize how we diagnose these patients, offering tools that can detect the signature of awareness in the brain's sensory regions. It could give a voice to the voiceless, so if consciousness isn't just in the front and it isn't just in the back, where is it? The results of this epic showdown have given us a new, more refined map of the mind. It seems consciousness is not a single thing in a single place, but a dynamic conversation between the two. You can think of it like this: the back of your brain is the film crew. It's on the ground, capturing the entire world in stunning, high-definition detail, every color, sound, and sensation. It is the experience. The front of your brain, however, is like the busy executive producer. It doesn't need to see the whole raw movie. It just gets a quick summary, a headline, which it then uses to make decisions, plan for the future, and direct your actions. Your consciousness, therefore, isn't the producer or the film crew. It's the entire production. We started this journey with a simple question: does your consciousness live in the front of your brain or the back? We leave with a far more profound answer: it's in both and neither. The rich tapestry of your moment-to-moment experience seems to be woven in the sensory regions in the back of your head, while the part of you that controls and directs your attention resides in the front. So, where are you? You are not a single point of light in your skull. You are not a movie playing in the dark. You are the entire, complex, and beautiful conversation happening between them. And that ongoing, silent conversation is and will likely always be the greatest mystery in the universe.